Sometimes you feel alone like nobody is watching. Sometimes you need a way to show that somebody cares. Sometimes it gets real hard, but you keep on pushing. Just know the burden's not too hard for you to bear. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same will forever point you in the right way. Words to keep you focused, words to keep you safe will forever point you in the right way. From the desk of Lady K.
Well, good morning and welcome to From the Desk of Lady K. Well, as always, I pray that you had an amazing weekend. I know that my weekend was full of fun and also just being able to relax on a great Memorial Day weekend. Well, I'll tell you this morning, I just want to touch bases with you and just say to yourself, I'm not going to let nobody stop me from my promise. I'm not going to let nobody stop me from my promise. And we're coming this morning from Numbers, the 20th chapter, verse 9 through 12. And it simply reads, and it says, So Moses took the staff from the Lord's presence, just as he commanded him. He and Aaron gathered the assembly together in front of the rock. And Moses said to them, Listen, ye rebels, must we bring you water out of this rock? Then Moses raised his arm and struck the rock twice with his staff. Water gushed out, and the community and their livestock drank. Verse 12 says, But the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, Because you did not trust in me enough to honor me as holy in the sight of the Israelites, you will not bring this community into the land I gave them. Wow, isn't that something? Because they did not do it the way God said to do it. Moses did not do it the way God said for him to do it. God had already told Moses to assemble the people together, but Moses called them rebels, and rebels is just like being another word for rebellious, and rebellious is as a sin of witchcraft, right? So Moses kind of had some words that he really had to say to the people, but he said it in one word. Sometimes we would allow ourselves to be attached to people that will cause us to miss the promise or to delay the blessings that God has for us because of their disobedience. Sometimes you have to check your circle or check your surroundings and make sure that there's nobody that's going to cause you to miss the promised land. A lot of times when we hear this particular story, people they would just say it was because of Moses' disobedience that Moses didn't get a chance to go into the promised land. But the Bible clearly says that Moses wasn't the only one that was punished for this. Aaron was punished too. And he didn't get a chance to go into the promised land that God had promised him because of somebody else's, get this, somebody else's disobedience. Aaron didn't have the rod. Aaron didn't call the people out their name. And Aaron did not strike the rock twice. Aaron was simply there out of obedience to what God had told him to do, but because of his attachment to Moses. Aaron didn't get a chance to go into the promised land either. So many times we will be attached to people and we know that they're doing wrong. We know that they are doing wrong. But because we value the friendship and we don't want them to get upset or mad or angry with us, we will not tell them the truth. So you get punished just as well, and then you wonder why your blessings are being delayed or why you didn't get this certain position or why this didn't happen or that didn't happen. You got to check your surroundings. Check to see who you are attached to, or simply make sure that your storage is clean, that your heart, your mind, that you're doing what you're supposed to do. The Bible also talks about, Moses was angry. Moses had like an anger problem. And he also allowed that anger to cause him to miss a promise that God had promised, that he would be able to go into the promised land. But God allowed Moses to just look over there and see, this is what all you're about to miss out on because of your disobedience. So how many of you all today are willing to allow someone or something to cause you to miss your blessings, to miss your promise that God has given you? I'm not willing to allow that to happen. I think I've been delayed long enough in the wilderness. I'm so really ready to go into my promise. But in order for me to go into my promise, I got to understand that I can't be angry. I can't get angry about things, because the Bible tells us that, to be angry and sin not. And sometimes when you get angry, it causes you to sin. It causes you to say things out of your mouth. It causes you to react a certain type of way. It causes you to lose your position. It causes you to lose sight of everything that you had planned to do because of that one moment of you being angry. And then also you have to too look at the fact that you don't want to also assemble yourself or put yourself around people that's going to be complaining all the time. Because a lot of times when people complain, it causes you, eventually, you be done worried yourself out from all of their complaining, to where next thing you know, now you angry, you upset, you mad, because it's something that somebody else has done said. You have to remove yourself from those type of situations. And then last but not least, you cannot be disobedient. Whatever God has spoken, whatever God has told you to do, you have to follow that to the T. I know sometimes it is uncomfortable. I know sometimes it seems like you're not going to be able to have no fun. I know it seems like you're going to be an island by yourself. But you got to understand that God has a plan, and He has a plan with a promise. But you can't go according to your plan. You got to go according to God's plan in order to get that promise. Well, I want my promise. So if that means for a season that I have to walk by myself in this walk with Christ, doing everything that God says to do, and if that means I got to miss a couple of cookouts, if that means I can't go to this particular program or this particular outing, then guess what? I'd rather obey God than to miss my promise. Can you say that today? I'd rather obey God than miss my promise. Well, that's all I have for you today. You continue to be blessed and enjoy your amazing week. Much love.
Words to keep you focused, words to keep you safe will forever point you in the right way. From the desk of Lady K. Know that God loves